The first payments of the Advanced Child Tax Credit are coming out on July 15th, 2021, but the IRS portal to check your information or opt out of these payments just opened. So I'm going to give you a quick walkthrough of how you can check your information or opt out of the payments. Those who qualify for the Advanced Child Tax Credit payments should be receiving a letter from the IRS before the payments start in July. But today it's the 24th of June and I haven't gotten one yet. And I know that we do qualify. There was a letter that came out a few weeks ago telling people they may be eligible, but the latest letter is supposed to tell you exactly how much you should be getting every month. If you want to check out your information to see if you qualify or if you want to opt out of the payments, you can use the IRS's new online portal. Now keep in mind that opting out of these payments does not change what you're going to get. It just delays that money until next year's tax time instead of getting it in monthly payments in 2021. For most people, I don't think it makes sense to opt out of the payments. I would only recommend it if you think you're going to owe taxes or if you think you do not qualify anymore because your income is too high in 2021, or if you're not the person who's going to be claiming that child in 2021. Do keep in mind the deadlines for opting out of the payments. If you want to opt out before the July 15th payment, you actually have to do it by June 28th. But if you don't do it by that date, it will just count for the next month. So if you're trying to opt out and you don't do it until after June 28th, you would get the July payment, you just would not get the August payment. At this time, if you opt out, you cannot opt back in, but there is going to be an option in the portal to opt back in starting in late September. All right, so let's take a walkthrough on how the portal works. First off, make sure that you are at the irs.gov's official website. There are a lot of scams out there, and just make sure you're using the real IRS site. I'm going to include the link down below, but just verify that it says irs.gov in the URL before you start doing anything. To sign into the IRS portal, you're going to need an ID.me account. That's what they use to verify your identity. If you already have that, you can log right in and it should be really simple. But for most of us like me, we probably don't already have one of these accounts, and it is a little bit complicated to get one. Before you get started, make sure that you have a photo of your ID, both the front and the back of it. You're also going to need to have a phone or some other method of verifying your identity with you. When you get started on ID.me, the first thing you're going to do is upload the photos of your ID. Now, mine gave me an error when I tried to upload the back photo. It said that it couldn't read the barcode on my ID, but I had to go through uploading 2 different pictures of it, which were pretty similar, and then it allowed me to go past, so I'm not sure what that was about. The next step you're going to go through is it's going to scan your face using your computer or your phone's camera. This process actually took me 3 tries. I think I was having some trouble because I had my glasses on in the one try, and then I think the angle maybe wasn't right with my computer. It's a little bit tricky, but I did manage to get through it after the 3rd time. The next step is allowing it to verify your identity using your credit report. This is just going to check your identity. It is not going to change your credit score or anything like that, so it's okay to go through this step. And then the last step in it is using your phone to confirm your identity. Mine actually got stuck on this step, even though I confirmed it on my phone, it just kept waiting. And then I was able to click on send me the link again, and then it let me through the step. So I don't know, it was being a little weird when I was trying to go through it. After you get your identity verified, you'll finally be able to log in to the IRS site. It took me a full 16 minutes to get through the ID verification process. It was a bit of a pain, but I got through it, and you can too. Once I got in, I could see that we're qualified to get the Advanced Child Tax Credit based on our 2019 taxes. We actually did file our 2020 taxes in April, but ours are still processing, as a lot of people's are, unfortunately. For me, nothing's really changed since our 2019 taxes, so that's totally fine. On the bottom, you can see that you can click to opt out of the payments if you would like to. And those are the only things that you can do right now. You can just see your current status, or you can opt out of the payments. There are currently 2 other tools that you can use through the IRS site. There is a non-filers tool. So this would be if you did not file a tax return in 2019 or 2020, you can use that to file if you're going to qualify for these advance payments. The other tool that they have is the Eligibility Assistant. This basically lets you answer a few questions and it'll tell you if you're likely to qualify for these advance payments. It's a lot easier way to check than having to go through this whole identity verification process. There are a lot more features coming to this portal soon. They've said that in late June, they're going to allow people to update their bank information. Coming in early August, they're going to allow people to update their mailing address. And coming later in the summer and fall, they're going to have places to update income or your family status information. So this would be things like if you had a child in 2021, you could add that child and that would increase your payments going forward. Next up, watch my video about everything you need to know about the advanced child tax credit. I'll put the link right here.